Parthiban Kanavu, English translation by Anand Kannan, narrated by Sujatha Anand. Book 3, Chapter 14. Goddess Kali is thirsty. From the voices, the speakers seemed to be getting closer. Poonnan gestured to Vikraman to hide and peeped out. He could see two people approach the pavilion, but it was too dark for him to see who they were. As he was watching, lightning lit up the scene. He recognized both men and felt a shiver. The two men were Marappa Bhupati and Kapalarutra Bhairavan. Once he recovered from the shock, he moved closer to Vikraman, touched his shoulder, and whispered, "My king." Vikraman asked, "Why are you shivering, Punna?" Punnan closed his mouth with the palm and whispered, "Speak quietly. We are in danger. Be ready." Vikraman's hand went to his waistband. He said, "Alas, the sword was washed away by the river." The two men took shelter in the outer veranda. Their voices were partially audible. Vikraman recognized one of the voices and was about to get up. Punnan gently pulled him down to his seat. My lord, please tell me what Mother Kali commands me to do next," said Marappan. The voice that responded was eerie, resembling the voice of the ghosts. "The Divine Mother has great plans for you. She expects a lot from you as well. She is thirsty. She wants the blood of the royal family. I tried to sacrifice a prince of lineage that is 1,000 years old. It did not work out," said Marappan. "It was your fault. I came for the prince myself. You intervened and ruined it all." "Excuse me, my lord, but how did you know of the prince's arrival?" "The same question again. Mother Kali told me, through Queen Arulmoyi's words. 'He is approaching. The ship is arriving,' she said. 'I was on my way, and you intervened.'" "Forgive me, my lord," said Marappan. "The Divine Mother has forgiven you, but she is complaining of thirst. We must quench her thirst. We missed doing it on the new moon day. We should do that on the turn of the month at the latest. You should bring him to me without fail." "What happens when I fetch him?" "Your wildest dreams will come true. Did you not get the commander's position as soon as you placed yourself at the Divine Mother's mercy? There is more." "There is more?" asked Marappan. "You will get much bigger positions." "Bigger positions?" "The Chola throne is waiting for you. The Divine Mother has the crown ready for you." "Is that all?" "In due course, the Pallava throne will be yours too." "Ah!" exclaimed Marappan at last, and was silent for a while. "But all that won't come easy. You need to bring her suitable offerings." "What does the Divine Mother expect?" "Find Parthiban's son first." "I will do so, then." "You should come to the altar of Mother Kali on the 1st of the Tula month and behead yourself." "Gosh!" Marappan exclaimed with shock. "You will be an emperor in the next birth. There is also another option." "What is it, my lord?" "There is a substitute for self-sacrifice. If you offer that sacrifice, you can be the emperor in this birth." "What should I do?" asked Marappan again. "You should fetch me that sage wearing holy ash and prayer beads." "My lord, why would the Divine Mother want the blood of a mere ascetic when she can have royal blood?" "There are limits to your knowledge. Do you know who that sage is?" "Who?" asked Marappan, sounding intrigued. "It is a secret that even the wind can't hear. Come closer." Punnan and Vikraman were listening in with morbid fascination. They listened hard for the response. They could not hear it. Marappan laughed out loud. Bhupati, do you suspect the Divine Mother's words? Of course not, my lord. I was ordered by another person to capture that sage. Do you know who? Who was it? The daughter of the great Emperor Narasimhavarman, Princess Kundavi. That is good. Mother Kali seems to have found multiple ways of getting what she wants. At this point, they could hear hoofbeats. Poonnan peeped out again. About 6 horsemen were approaching with torches. Poonnan's heartbeat quickened. He was convinced he and Vikraman were going to be caught. Marappan said, My lord, I have to go. My men are looking for me. I need to go on my way too. Remember Mother Kali's command. Where do we meet next? The usual place. Chitraguptan will be waiting for you. It was all silent for a while. Then there were a few chants of Hail the Chora commander, Marappa Bhupati. Poonnan and Vikraman peeked out. They saw men riding towards Urayur with torches in their hands. Poonnan heaved a sigh of relief. My king, we had a narrow escape. Vikraman responded. The horse, my bags and gems were washed away by the river. Not just that, unfortunately, I lost my sword too. My king. Yes, Poonna, I just remembered something. The queen entrusted me with a box. I was asked to keep it safe for you. Go on, what was in the box? Asked Vikraman. It had a sword that was your clan's heirloom. It had gems embedded in the handle. Really? I came here mainly for the sword. My father showed me that box before he went to the battlefield. He told me that the sword and the palm scrolls with Tirukural were the items of inheritance that he was leaving for me. My ancestor, Karikalan, who ruled many parts of India and some regions overseas, used that sword. Poonna, you have kept it safe, haven't you? I have, my king. So where is it? I have buried it in the Spring Palace Island. Why there? Where else could I have kept it, my king? Let us go to the island and get the sword. My father told me this 9 years ago, and I remember it as if it was yesterday. He had said, This is Karikalan Vallavan's sword. You should not touch it as long as you are a vassal. That is the reason I never wore it in my lifetime. When you rule at least a tiny land as an independent king, you can use this sword. I am now the independent king of Senvaga Island, and I have earned the right. You are the Chora king too, not just of Senvaga Island. That is not true yet, Poonna, but it will come true soon. Poonna, we have 2 things to do. We need to get the sword, and we need to free the queen from this barbaric gang. We have to decide in what sequence we do these. Upon further thought, they decided to go to Urayur to find the sage to seek his help, and then go to free the queen. They were both tired. They decided to sleep for a while and leave for Urayur early in the morning. What they did not know was that Vikraman was already running a fever and that he would be too sick to walk in the morning. End of chapter 14.